Hello, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through some of my updated curly hair products. I laugh a little bit at that because I just did one of these videos, I think back in August. I think it was summertime for sure. And in that video I shared kind of my routine for my curly hair, the products I was using, and kind of how I maintain it. And I did mention in that video that a lot of those products I was in the process of transitioning out because they were either not cruelty free or they weren't the cleanest item for me to be using in my hair. And I have gone through and really basically change all of the products. There's a few in there still that I have still using that was in that video, but today I'm going to be going through, I'm going to be sharing some of my updated favorite curly hair products, and these are cruelty free and cleaner products. I don't want to say they're clean beauty, but they are cleaner than what I was using. If you missed that video, I'll link it down below and in the cards. I still follow the same wash routine and I'm still washing my hair the same amount of times that I did in that video. My hair, as you can see, is very curly and it is, I would say, between 3B and 3C. It's definitely more 3B now. It is a lot less curly than it used to be. When you have a baby, a lot of the times your hair changes, and so I do have one 2-year-old and I'm also currently pregnant, so my hair has just kind of been all over the place the past couple of years, but it's still very curly. I do have to be mindful about the products that I use in it to make sure that I'm using the right products to keep it moisturized and keep it tame. So I'm just going to go through, I'm going to talk through the products that I have, why I like them, why I chose them, if they're different from that video. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. We're going to go through all of the products that I'm using on my curly hair. So to actually wash my hair and cleanse my hair, I do have a shampoo that I use every once in a while. It is not cruelty free and it's probably not very good on ingredients, so I'm not even going to mention it, but any clarifying shampoo that you want to use I think is just fine. I used to follow the curly girl method, but I've kind of gone away from that and just do what works best for my hair. That is a really good starting point if you have curly hair. It really helps it to transition and helps you to understand your hair a lot better, but I've really gone away from that and just kind of do now what works best for my hair. Anyways, so I do use a clarifying shampoo in my hair that has sulfates in it. I use that probably like once a month. I also have a cleansing bar as well. It's from Ethique. They are a New Zealand based brand and it is a curly hair specific cleansing bar and it works really well. I use it probably every other week, I would say. I don't actually shampoo my hair very often. It just doesn't need it. Curly hair doesn't need it nearly as much as straight hair does. So I do have that. It's in my shower right now. I don't have it here. It's kind of a small one, so I didn't want to drag it out, but I will put in a picture so you can see it and link it down below along with all the other products that I'm going to mention. So for conditioner, I have been enjoying this Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Shine conditioner. I have been using this for several months now, probably almost a year. I really enjoy it. It has replaced Diva Curl, which is what I was using before, and this is much more affordable, and this is the big bottle. I got this at Target. It's almost 20 ounces, so I would recommend looking into the bonus size option. There's 50% more than in the standard size, and it's a little bit more expensive, but for me, totally worth it. It is really thick, so I do store it upside down in like a, we have like baskets in our shower, and so I just kind of store it like this. It helps to get the product out. I don't actually like the pump that comes with it. You can get it with a pump. I do not recommend because it is that thick. This smells really good. A little goes a long way. I really recommend checking this out if you are in the market for something for your curly hair that is also affordable. So just go ahead, I put that into my hair every time I wash it, which is about 2 times a week. I get 3 to 4 days of wear out of my hair before I feel like I need to wash it again. I throw that into my hair and I let it sit for like the duration of the shower. So while I'm like, you know, cleaning my body, washing my face, all that stuff, and then I will rinse out most of it. This does rinse out really quickly, so I do have to be really careful because I like to leave a little bit of conditioner in my hair when I get out to style it. When I'm in the shower, I also finger detangle my hair. Right now, because I'm pregnant, my hair is very thick, so I have been using a wide tooth comb when I feel that I need to, but in general, I don't use a comb in my hair. I just use my fingers and that works just fine to detangle it. In terms of styling, I like to go in with a little bit of a leave-in conditioner. This is also from Shea Moisture. This is their Miracle Style leave-in treatment, and it's just like a detangler slash a leave-in conditioner. It's not quite enough just to put in my hair to help moisturize. I really use this to help kind of get the hair, you know, detangled and get it going in the direction that I want it to before I style the rest of my hair. I showed this in my last video and I still use it, and I use it on my daughter's hair as well. My daughter has thin hair and it's not quite as curly as it used to be, which makes me sad, but if I put this in, it does kind of make it a little bit more curly. So now we can go ahead and we can get into the products that are newer to my routine compared to my last video. So for an actual leave-in treatment that I put into my hair before I put in gel, I have recently discovered this Curls Poppin Pineapple Collection leave-in conditioner. It comes in a very cute bottle, and as you can imagine, it smells very good. So this is a brand that I have found and feel comfortable using in terms of them being cruelty-free and also being cleaner. It's not the best ingredients. Fragrance is definitely something I try to avoid, but you can pretty much not avoid fragrance in any hair product, so I kind of had to make a little bit of a compromise. The same applies for the Shea Moisture products. There's still fragrance in those. It is your standard leave-in conditioner. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's definitely thicker than the Shea Moisture one, and a little bit goes a long way. I've really been enjoying it, so I go ahead, I put this in. I like to wring most of the water out of my hair before I style it, so I do that, and then I put this in before I go in with a gel product. So this is also another new product to my routine, though I have used it before. This is from the same brand, just a different line. This is the Curls Blueberry Bliss Curl Control Jelly. This is really popular, and I have to say that I tried it in the past and I didn't like it as much. Compared to the product that I was using, this doesn't have nearly as much hold, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm trying really hard to be cruelty free, and I really don't want to use that other brand any longer, so it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I still think that my curls look really good, and I'm getting 4 days of wear out of it, so that's all that matters to me. The price point on this is a little bit higher than what I was paying. I think that the price varies on this depending on where you get it, between $14 and $20. I got mine on Amazon. You can get it on Ulta's website now. They have a limited amount of curls products, and Target also is a pretty popular spot to get this brand. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure where else you could get it. I don't know that Sally's carries it, but it is definitely an option. I would look into it if you're having trouble finding the brand, because I do know that this one is a little bit harder to track down. Anyways, I go ahead and I put this into my hands and I spread it throughout my hair. I use the praying hands technique for my hair, and it is very sticky. I would definitely recommend either having pretty damp hair or even like putting a little bit of water into your hands, because it can be a little bit hard to disperse. There's definitely a learning curve to this compared to a lot of other gels that I've used. That is what I start with. My hair really likes gel, so different types of curly hair like different types of product. Thin curly hair tends to do a lot better with some type of a mousse that can give a lot more volume. I personally don't need a lot more volume, so I just need something that is really good at holding the curl and also keeping the humidity out. It's winter right now when I'm filming this, so I don't have to worry about humidity too much, but it really does lock in the moisture and helps the curls last longer. I go in with one other styling product, which might seem like a lot, but I really do like it, and I need to look into this brand a little bit more to know if they're truly like a cleaner ingredient brand. But this is the Cantu Shea Butter Curl Activator Cream, and I really like this. It really just helps the curls bounce a little bit more. I don't use a lot. I'll probably have this container forever, and I think I mentioned in my last video that I had been using an AG curl activator before that was a lot pricier than this, and this works just as well. So I do still use this. Like I said, I don't use a lot because I don't want to weigh my hair down either, but I do notice the difference if I don't use it. So I just wanted to mention that, but I do need to look into this brand just a little bit more before I feel comfortable kind of giving it my stamp of approval. The final styling product that I use that I recently repurchased, and I am so glad that I found it, is the Giovanni LA Hold Hair Spritz. So in my last video I had been using a Garnier one and just didn't have the best ingredients, so I was trying really hard to find a cruelty-free, cleaner hairspray, and man, I struggled. I had tried the Andalou Naturals one and I kind of knew it wasn't gonna work. It's not very good for my hair at all. It has very little hold. I have used this before, but unfortunately I cannot find it online anywhere. I found it at a health food store in the cities when I was up for a doctor's appointment, so I'm just gonna have to keep that in mind, that when I'm in the cities or near that store to kind of stock up on these because this is a game changer. Really, I love using hairspray to, again, lock in the moisture, lock in the product, and it really makes a big difference. I notice that my hair is just not as defined when I don't use hairspray. So I'm really happy I found this. I feel comfortable using the ingredients with this brand. They also have different lines of this hairspray, so if you're looking for like volume, and I think there's another one. There's like an orange one and a green one, and then there's this one which is just from their regular line, I think. I'm really happy I found this again. This is a rediscover. I used to buy these in bulk from Amazon because you used to be able to get them there, but like I said, I can only find them at one grocery store here in the cities. So after I have my hair all styled, I get all the product in, I will usually put in a turby twist, kind of get the product set, and then I will let that kind of sit for about 10 minutes, and then I'll take my hair down and I will use the hairspray. The hairspray I use after I use the turby twist, and then I will just let it air dry, which in the winter can be a little bit challenging, but that is the best thing for curly hair, is to not use heat on it. So I just let my hair air dry, and this is how it turns out. So this is my second day hair. It looks just like it did yesterday. I just happened to put it up today, or put it half up in a little bun. I think it looks really good. I will definitely be able to wear this for at least another 2 days, and to do that I do refresh it, which I'll share how I do. The easiest way to refresh my hair is just good old plain water. So this is just a spray bottle. I got it on Amazon. My other one actually broke. I'd had it for a really long time, like almost 10 years I want to say, and it just kind of finally stopped working. So this is a continuous spray nozzle, so when you hold it down, the water sprays really evenly on like a traditional squirt bottle where it can kind of like build up in spots. This is really good. They're really popular. I'm sure you've seen these before. I really like this. I just spray it on my hair. Sometimes I don't put any extra product in if it's like day 2. If my hair needs just a little bit of extra moisture, I'll use a little bit of the leave-in conditioner, either the Shea Moisture one or the curls one, and then sometimes I'll add a little bit of extra gel if I feel like it needs extra hold. I definitely feel like I have to refresh my hair more in the summer than I do in the winter, so I haven't been doing it nearly as much as I did when I filmed my last video. But I did just want to mention, good old plain water is just the best way to refresh your hair. So those are my updated favorite curly hair products. I'm not going to get into some of the other details that I shared in that video, like some of the extra products like hair ties and all that stuff. That's all really personal preference anyways, but if you are interested, I'll link some of the ones that I do enjoy down below. I almost always wear a headband in my hair as well. That's just, again, personal preference to keep it out of my face. I don't always like to be touching it because the more that you touch curly hair, the frizzier it tends to get. I hope this video was helpful. If you are in the market for some cruelty-free, cleaner curly hair products, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a really good day and a good week when you see this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.